luck out there, MP.
We therefore ask you to refrain from any disruptive behavior, such as fighting, throwing objects, attempting to enter the court.
Oh, say does that.
Well, here we are, Clark, in the thick of the regular season. Must be hard for teams to maintain that focus game to game.
You know, I think it can be, but by and large, I think teams do focus on the here and now, one game at a time. I know that's cliche-ish, but it's the only way that you can really approach it. You've got to look at it one game at a time. Each game is an opportunity to build towards what you're trying to become as a team. Staying motivated, it's part of your job. That's how I look at it. You're assigned a task. This is what you do. Do it the best you can every time you step on the floor.
Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. We've got Tim Hardaway Jr., who's out there with Murray. Jokic is out there with Christian Brown. And it's Holmes in at power forward. And still fresh on everybody's mind, the moment when MP eclipsed the incredible point total that Michael Jordan scored in his legendary 1986-87 season. Greg, you remember it well. It was amazing.
Yeah, I mean, he scored 3,041 points that year, the highest total of his career. It's stunning to see a player surpass it, and that's the kind of generational talent MP is. That's the third straight miss to start this game, and they're still looking for their first basket. And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Now here's Murray. His last outing, he had 18 points. Sinks the triple.
We've seen Murray shoot it at over a 40% clip for a season. To me, I think that's a sign of a really good shooter.
Pass to Champagny. And here's MP for three. And the Wizards hit again from deep.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Brian Keefe had a few moments to share with me. When asking him about their key to success, he immediately pointed to Jamal Murray. Coach said he's the conductor of their operation. If you want to slow them down, you go for the head of the snake, and that's Jamal. Keying in on the orchestrator sounds like a good plan. We'll see if they execute it. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, Allie. And here is Murray, following the three-pointer by MP. Murray with the bounce pass. Pass to Brown. Good, and the assist goes to Jokic.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Looks to me like there could be something personal taking place here.
Well, Clark, we've all heard this.
Oh, what a shot!
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
The Nuggets trail by 11. Now, here's Holmes. Holmes setting the pick for Murray. They get it again. Jokic, he's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
A guy who always seems to be in the right place at the right time. Jokic on top of that.
Pass to MP. Kept alive by Washington from deep three-point territory. He got it to go. He drops it in.
Can you believe that?
So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. He's ready to talk things through with them. And Washington making a change here. Koulibaly's checked in. A different look for Denver. Outside Rozier. Over McCollum. Washington with the rebound. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
Well, it's easy to score when you're facing very little resistance. That's why their offense looks so good now.
Well, I think it was a combination of things, quite honestly, but the defense didn't really offer them a challenge all night. I agree with that.
So for the Nuggets, their last game, a loss to Los Angeles.
Total embarrassment. I was shocked at how poorly they played. I think they were shocked.
Yeah, and you know, those losses really hurt when you can't get anything going your way, everything's going against you. Very frustrating.
Strother grabs the miss.
I wouldn't count on him missing the mid-range shot again. That's a good look for him.
Brown deciding where to go with it. Here's Najee. The kick out to Rozier. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And here is MP. A three ball. What a play! Simply trains it in at the buzzer.
Ringing the bell. That's the way to close a quarter.
Talk about lifting up a team and energizing them at the end of a quarter. A 3 at the buzzer, that'll do it.
And so it's Washington holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Champagne's checked in, and MP subbed in for Johnson. And a switcher also for Denver. Tyson's checked in. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Watson, the pass to Brown. Wide open look here for Murray. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Murray's got 8 points.
Got to get out on this if you're the defender, or else Murray will stick it from there.
Taking a look at the Nuggets. They've got Jamal Murray. Also Bruce Brown out there. And it's Tyson in at the 5, roaming the paint. MP dishes to McCollum. The Wizards with another miss. The Nuggets trail by 17. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against the Clippers put on a show. He had an unbelievable amount of points, and he made the defense look helpless as he piled on the points. Really just a phenomenal performance from him. Here's hoping we see more of the same from him in this one, guys.
Excellent report, Allie. Thank you. In stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
For sure, and draws so much defensive attention that it opens up opportunities for others.
And it's Brown missing.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long-distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Deep 2 from Murray. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. On the wing, Koulibaly. The Wizards working the ball around now. A 3 from MP. And again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Murray against McCollum. Murray, good. Murray's got 14.
He's done a nice job, a great job actually, finding efficient shots here in the second. Shooting percentage always a function of the kinds of shots you get. And he's on a good roll after struggling a bit in the first.
For the Wizards, Alexander Sarr comes in for George. And George is subbed in for Koulibaly. And never Greg an all-star, but he is a star. Jamal Murray can flat out play.
And he's had his hurdles to overcome with injury over the years, but he's never one to shrink from a challenge, and he remains a prolific shot creator.
Hardaway with the bounce pass. Holmes wide open. He fires. Off target with his three.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
McCollum kicks to MP. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got his third assist on the night. .44 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. McCollum against Brown. Pass to Holmes. There's the triple. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. Rozier, he's checked in for Bruce Brown.
Substitution. Number 7.
26 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Now, here's Jokic. Pass to Holmes. Takes the three. On to Hardaway. Here's Jokic. And finally they hit one. Jokic has got his second basket of the night.
Really hard to move Jokic off the blocks. He's tough down there.
And here's MP for beats the buzzer. Wow!
Yeah, that's just an amazing way to get that ball off in time.
I agree. I mean, and to have the composure to lock in and get off a shot he feels confident about, that's good work.
MP has been leading the charge for the Wizards. What an amazing quarter. There was absolutely no stopping him. And we'll be right back after this.
And now, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Rondo, please.
Hey folks, thanks for joining us. It would be an understatement to say it's been a great half.
Whoa, I love seeing a team spread the ball around like this. The difference in assists is the difference in this game right now, Ernie.
Now let's change gears and talk a little bit about all-star voting. Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
You know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
They've got Alexander Sarr. MP out there with McCollum. Then it's Paul George. And it's Champagnie in at the 4 spot. So that's who Brian Keefe starts the second half with. And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Well, guys, a lot of excitement about the upcoming 2026 draft class, but quietly, some scouts voicing early concern about the quality of prospects in the class of 27. Now, there's still time for players to emerge, but expect this to impact the way teams value those picks.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. Shams, thank you very much for the report.
When Hardaway Jr. is forcing the issue like that, it draws the defense's attention, and I like his aggressiveness as a scorer.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Taking 3 shots.
He hits the second from the line. And he makes all 3. Wizards leading by 21. MP fires from way outside. And again, it's Washington with a 3.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
You know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
For 3, Murray, good, and the assist goes to Jokic. Jokic has got 3 assists in the game. And so George will bring it up for the Wizards. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. Rebounded by Hardaway. The Nuggets trail by 21. The 3. Brown's shot is off. George finds MP. Back to George for three, and the Wizards hit again from deep.
Nice rhythm to that play right there, and George was ready to fire.
Pass to Holmes. To the middle. And out of bounds as the Wizards gain possession. And our third month into the season, things becoming a little more clear in the power rankings. Take a look at New York. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top five.
Well, right now for Washington, they got to be disappointed with their play. They just look disjointed, and their losing streak continues to grow as a result.
And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Kevin. Nikola Jokic is a family man through and through. He said, quote, "Basketball is not the main thing in my life and probably never will be. And to be honest, I like it because I have something more at home. Something that's more important than basketball." Back to you guys.
Some good perspective. Thanks so much, Allie, for the report.
Such a tough cover. I mean, Jokic with his size and physicality, you know, his body isn't chiseled, but he certainly uses it well. He forces the defense right there into a mistake.
Carlton Carrington's checked in for the Wizards. MP outside. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here.
Boy, that's old school good by MP right there. He's been watching film of a lot of greats to make that move.
The Wizards shooting their first free throws of the game.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
And that's a little better than they did last year from the free throw line.
Hardaway sets a screen for Murray. No good on the triple. Wizards have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. And good! He hits it again.
My goodness. 50 for the 8.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Outside Hardaway. And another miss by Denver.
That's what you want defensively. Force contested threes.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. No good with the layup. MP from deep three-point land. That ball, nice speed that time from Jordan.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
And those triples, they sure do add up quickly, don't they? I mean, they've got to make some kind of adjustment here.
Offensive rebound. Back to Murray. They need this. Add another basket to his impressive total. It's his 9th against 12 attempts.
And, you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
MP deciding where to go with it. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
You know, it's pretty clear. MP is a special, talented player with tremendous upside.
Free throw good, MP. Both teams deciding to change it up. And both free throws good for MP.
He's done a much better job of getting to the line here. Aggressively taking it inside and not shying away from contact. I thought he was settling a bit in the first.
And that one drops for him.
Brown knew exactly what he wanted to do in there and finished inside.
Carrington finds MP. And Rozier pulls it down.
A shot like that is a polite way to say, hey, coach, bench me.
Hey, that's crazy there. I mean, insanity. At least wait until you get across half court. My goodness.
Now, MP. The tray. Again, what an avalanche.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Wizards out front as they wrap up the third quarter. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup?
Some changes. Marvin Bagley's checked in for Gill, and MP subbed in for Koulibaly. Big group substitution here for Denver. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. For three, Murray. Rebounded by the Wizards. MP's got 6 rebounds here tonight, so on the floor for Denver. Murray out there with Hardaway. Then there's Christian Brown. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Holmes in at the power forward position. Officiating is always a hot topic among fans, Greg. That's never going to go away. And some people think the game is called too closely now.
Be careful, Kevin. Well, we don't need any fines over here. Fans are bound to get frustrated with certain calls.
And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now.
The
ruling on the floor is confirmed.
For Denver, Tim Hardaway.
This is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to review it. Double checking, and the game continues on.
Jokic with the screen on MP. George with the steal. Now let's head over to the sideline for a report on Bilal Koulibaly. Allie, what's the word?
Thanks. I got some news from Washington's head athletic trainer. It appears to be just a leg cramp. A pretty good outcome given the circumstances. It's not enough to keep this gamer out of action, though. He's making a go of it. Guys?
Good information as always, Allie. We thank you.
Glad to hear it was not worse. I mean, you got to look on the bright side with these injury situations. Stay positive. Look, he may not be a high-volume three-point shooter, but he'll take that when you give him the chance.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Wizards.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so when you look at the season record, this one will tally up win number 43 on the year.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
When it is just a 2-game season series, the team winning game 1 has that slight mental edge going into the second meeting, knowing they've already solved their opponent one time and only have to do it one more time.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for MP.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
MP outside. Jacks up a 3. Hits it again. Wow!
What a game. That's 72 points.
He's been simply, Greg, sensational throughout this one. Pass to Jokic. Hardaway from outside. Rebounded by the Wizards. There's 18 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Here's Carrington. He's covered by Murray. Carrington with the ball. And here's MP for 3. On the money.
Since the break, he's been on point from beyond the arc. I tell you this, when he's this hot, it's fun to watch.
And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
Now let's send it over to Dominic Hamill.
Some things never get old. Watching someone score 70 is one of them. What are you seeing differently on a night like this versus a night you scored 20?
It might sound cliche, but you start with what the defense gives you and you work from there. If the defense keeps letting me get to my spot, I'm going to keep scoring until they figure it out, how to stop it. Then I'm going to let my guys cook. Tonight it was my turn.
Certainly was, MP. Thanks for chatting with us.
Yeah, thank you.
Kevin, over to you.
All right, thanks, Tom. And that'll do it, folks. So for Allie LaForce and my colleagues here at the table, Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for being with us. See you next time.
If you are having an issue at any time that needs to be addressed, please text the word "words" along with your issue and civilization to 55555. A member of our guest relations team will respond immediately. Hey fans, you don't want to miss our next giveaway game. Your honeybees are handing out free honeybees posters to every fan in the arena, so be there. And make sure to come to the next home game, Hornets fans. Bring your family and friends, and every single one of you will get your very own Hornets family prize.
And going through their pregame warm-ups, trying to get loose and focused here before tip. Happy weekend, everyone. It's the NBA on Saturday night, presented to you live on 2K Sports. Brian Anderson here, joined by Grant Hill, Tim Legler, and our reporter, Allie LaForce. All right, a chance to check out stats for Miles Bridges.
And he's been outstanding offensively as of late. These last 5 games, he's been a beast at the offensive end. A different level score than he had been earlier in the season. Let's see if he can keep it up.
We know things can get heated between these two, Grant. No love lost in this matchup.
And that competitive fire, it grows when you're in the same conference. You get to see each other so often. You know, B.A., I think we're in for some good theater in this one.
A look at the opening lineup for Washington. MP is out there with C.J. McCollum. Then there's Sarr. Then there's Paul George. And it's George in at the 4 spot. Here's Diabate. Tough sequence there. They just couldn't get it to go. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
I briefly spoke with Charles Lee. I wondered what Coach has in store for PG tonight. Hopefully a low-scoring game, Coach joked, going on to say, we'll throw some aggressive defenses his way, but we also have to play him well when he's off the ball. It's a tricky assignment, so Coach is aware this is going to be a challenge for his team. Back to you.
Okay, thank you, Allie.
Finally got one to go after 4 straight misses.
And this is year 2 for Coach Charles Lee at the helm of the Hornets, Greg.
Yeah, B.A., a long-time assistant. He knocked on plenty of doors before finally securing the lead role. And that determination to break through, something he's looking to impart to his young roster.
And here's Charlotte now, following the score by Washington. Ball right side. 6 to shoot. Over McCollum. McCollum with some nice D.
More often than not, he'll cash it in from that area. The defense might have done just enough to bother him.
Connects from downtown. MP's got 10 points.
I love the execution we are seeing thus far. 4 shots and 4 makes.
Some nice passing by Charlotte here. For 3, Bridges. And it's MP with a rebound. The Wizards on offense. A big stretch here going. 10-2 from deep three-point land. And again, it's Washington with a 3.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
Here's Ball. His last outing, he had 24 points. Miller on the wing. Bridges against George. And the basket by Bridges.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give them credit for finding a weakness there.
Well, with that kind of success, I imagine they'll continue to be a
count it! Wow!
And what's working here, each guy is willing to make the next pass.
McCollum against Ball. McCollum with a steal. And they're on the break. Here's MP. Got a hand on it.
I mean, he just continued to work for the block. Miller not letting up an ounce of effort.
Well, he's done everything you want offensively. Great shot selection, and he is a big reason why they have the lead.
And Charles Lee wants a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. Koulibaly, who's checked in for Washington. Carrington comes in for MP. Now that we're into the new year, how about a check on the Eastern Conference standings? Taking a look at the Wizards, they've been enjoying a truly for Charlotte. Miles Bridges comes in for Salon, and it's Ball in for Green. And then for Washington, George comes in for Paul George, and MP subbed in for Carrington. The 3 from Ball. Again, the miss by the Hornets. Washington leading by 12. And you think back, not many point guards have combined the vision with the frame of LaMelo Ball.
I mean, he's 6'7" or even taller. You think about it, it's just a short list. You think of Luka Doncic, Penny Hardaway, Magic Johnson. That combination of size and court awareness is hard to stop.
Miller at the 3 with Bridges at the 4. Ball is out there with Spencer Dinwiddie. And it's Williams in at the center position. That's the Hornets 5. The 3 is up. And that's basket number 9 for him. He's 9 for 10.
Even with all the threes he nailed in the first quarter, the defense still hasn't made the proper adjustments.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Nuggets put on a show. He dropped an amazing number of points, and he was locked in from deep. But when hasn't he been? And he was huge for them in that one. Talking to his coaches pregame, they hope he can repeat that performance with another one here tonight. Back to you.
Yeah, spot on, Allie. It'll be interesting to see if he can heat up once again tonight, Grant.
Yeah, you know he wants to do exactly this, BA. Just needs to continue to play with the same fire and energy.
Well, I expect they'll go to him early here, hoping for a repeat performance.
And he banks in the layup. MP's got 28. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Wizards.
Well, the effort they've shown on defense has been infectious. Everyone on this team continuing to jump at opportunities to come away with steals.
And then there's the points off turnovers. They've really made the other team pay when they've lacked ball security.
Charlotte making some changes. Diabate's checked in for Williams. Salon comes in for Bridges. And Knippel subbed in for Dinwiddie. Paul George, he's checked in for Washington. Here's Diabate. It's good. And the assist that time from Ball.
Good play call and good execution. The offense running on all cylinders.
MP a screen on Ball. McCollum. Knippel with a rebound.
And that leaves his coach scratching his head because you can't get a better look than that.
And it's Ball with the 3. Ball's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. the inside. Here's MP. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. 30 points for MP.
With the way he can fill it up at this age, it's scary to think how good MP might be in a few years.
Ball outside. Back to Miller. Ball finds Miller. Just 5 to shoot. And a nice finish on the layup. Miller's got his second bucket on the night.
Yeah, I like whenever Miller uses his size to his advantage, especially down near the rim.
A nice shot by MP.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
McCollum against Ball. Pass to Knipple. Miller, he's open. Again, Charlotte.
Well, that's a tough matchup because he's skilled and relentless.
From deep, MP. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
And just nails the 3. Way to close the quarter.
And with the clock almost at 0, it's great awareness on his part.
And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Wizards out in front, running away with it. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
We are really close to it now. One of my favorite events of the year. I just bought a new suit for it. Yeah.
And now how about those first 2 quarters of play? Just a dominating performance for the Wizards. And that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining us.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, he played such a smart first half, maximizing his opportunities offensively.
And what more can you ask of him? That is helping out your team.
And so in the game for Washington, they've got C.J. McCollum, Alexander Sarr out there with George. Then it's MP, and it's George in at the 3, the small forward. Tim, so many different offensive systems in the NBA. You have a personal favorite to watch?
Yeah, I think I've got a soft spot in my heart for those systems that involve player movement and ball movement, particularly trying to get shooters looks off of screens.
I love the .5 offenses, in and out of the hands, moving the ball fast.
No doubt about it, very difficult to defend.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
When someone is rolling like this, just keep feeding him. That's just great coaching.
He's getting his first free throw attempts of the night now. And the first one at the line is good.
One of those guys who came into the league with great expectations. MP has met those and then some.
Charlotte has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Pass to Bridges. They set the screen. Sarr pulls it in. Wizards leading by 22. A tremendously mobile 7-footer. Great defensive upside, Tim, for Alex Sarr.
And he's still working on his offensive game, B.A., but he has the potential to be a disruptive defensive force with his length and agility.
Ball outside. Here's Miller. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
Since halftime, they've missed 3 of their first 4 shots. Still trying to get their legs under them. In today's game, you can never afford to get beat in the 3-point battle.
Ball surveys the floor. Here's Bridges. No good. Unable to win this run.
Well, it certainly hasn't been a smooth start after the break. Just 1 for 5 here to start the third.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
And they just keep building out this lead. With each made basket, their confidence increases.
Back to ball from the arc. And it's MP with a rebound. MP's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Fires away from way out. Oh, ring it up from long distance.
Limitless range.
Deep into the game, you rely on players like him to keep delivering.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thank you. LaMelo Ball is a playmaker, first and foremost. He said, I just start off the game trying to get my team involved, get the flow going. After the team's going, I try to get mine. If you get the team involved first, more pieces going, it just makes the game easier. Back over to you guys.
A great passer. Allie, thanks very much for the report. Some nice passing by Charlotte here. Bridges outside. Down low. It's tipped.
What I like about Sarr as a shot blocker, he can do it anywhere on the floor. A nice rebound, trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
And I bet he wishes they could play this team every night. Things are going great out there offensively.
Miller outside. There's Ball with a 3. And it's MP with a rebound. MP's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Fires from way outside. Oh, long range. How about that one?
Goodness. Just give him the ball. This guy is shooting lights out from deep.
Pass to Bridges. And here's Knipple from the arc. Paul George pulls it in. And so George will bring it up for the Washington Wizards. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Bridges outside. Shot to stop the run. The 3 from Ball. Rebound by the Wizards.
They are really struggling to stop this run.
They just need a spark. This is when your leaders have to step up.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington. A new lineup here for Charlotte, and Washington will go for a different look here. Gills checked in. Wow, how about that?
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Dinwiddie. Checking his stats, he's scoring around 9.5 points per game. Launches it from deep. And no good. Now a timeout called by Washington.
And one thing I've learned through the years is no matter the situation, there are always adjustments you can make.
Yeah, I just don't think right.
Bridges checked in for Charlotte. Ball comes in for Mann. Bagley's checked in for Washington. MP comes in for Johnson. The Hornets have gotten only 2 of 6 attempts to drop in the fourth. Bridges and Williams, the combo up front. Spencer Dinwiddie is out there with LaMelo Ball. And it's Green in at the 3. That's the Hornets 5. Drains the triple.
That's a breakdown defensively. He is far too good of a shooter to leave that wide open.
Looking to end this cold spell. And Ball with a nice bucket inside.
Yeah, he just finds a way. Ball determined to get that bucket.
From deep, MP. The Hornets pull it in. Green's got 4 rebounds in the game. Inside. Here's Bridges. Rebound by the Wizards.
Well, that is a nice challenge at the rim. Really altered that shot.
Fires the 3. And another miss by Washington. The Hornets have gotten 4 of 9 shots to go in during this fourth quarter. And that one's good.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
From deep, MP. And the 3-pointer goes.
Yeah, that's a key 3 for MP. If he hits these at a high rate, he'll have a spot in this league for a long time.
Dinwiddie against MP. Dinwiddie on the attack. Ball outside from behind the arc. It's hauled in by Carrington. Washington's got 2 of 5 threes to go here in the fourth. From deep, MP. And got it! Another basket! 71 points and no end in sight.
He's in the zone. The defense looks helpless.
Fourth quarter keeps moving along. 3 minutes gone by now. Williams on the wing.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Bridges outside. All right, Grant, as someone who played for and managed the U.S. men's national team, give us your all-time starting five.
And, you know, I think I'll go with two of the program's all-time leading scorers, Kevin Durant and Carmelo Anthony. And finally, you have to have Kobe Bryant because of just how he reset the culture in 2008.
Outside, Green. A minute and a half left in the fourth quarter here. Now here's Bridges. Defense is right there to win the run. It's rebounded by Washington. Champagne's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Wizards.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, B.A., just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
And this result tonight, it gets them to 44 wins on the year.
And they've had their fingerprints all over this series, winning 2 straight and looking like they have this team's number.
And what a huge performance it was for MP.
Well, he had a lot of success making plays for his team and breaking down the defense.
You got to give them respect. They're doing everything they can to close this out.
And this run should seal this win. What a timely burst.
Ball passes to Bridges. Back to Ball. Launches it. And it's Bagley with a rebound.
At this point, I'm not sure if it's the play calling or the player himself.
Outside Carrington. Back to MP. Takes the 3. And again, it's Washington with a 3.
Exactly what every offense needs. Shooters who can force the defense to extend.
Yeah, that's how you create that spacing, and that will open up a lot of options offensively.
So we see the Wizards taking the W here. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
80 points. Only 2 people in the history of the league have reached 80 points before tonight, MP. What are you feeling right now?
Oh, I feel amazing to have the support of my teammates. And, you know, for them to let me go out and achieve something like this tonight, I'm at a loss of words, because we're all hoopers out here, and we can all score, and we all want the rock. So to know that these guys were willing to come out and make sure I achieve something on a night like this, that's really got me going, because that's special. And man, I'm gonna go celebrate with these guys right now.
As you should, MP. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Over to you, B.A.
All right, Jennifer, thanks. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. With Tim Legler out